Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the guardian of chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this, coming to you 20 feet below the surface of the earth to give you the latest breaking news, rumors, speculation, and innuendo at the WWAB Podcast Network and the Green Room. And that's what I'm here to talk about. This Saturday night, live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's night 8, round 1 of Avi Klein's 64-person single elimination bracket-style tournament. There's going to be a lot of twists and turns come this Saturday night with a huge night of mystery guests, opponents, and competitors. That's what we're going to do here down at Chaos Corner. We are going to preview night 8, round 1. Sit back and relax. We're on all social media platforms right now, and that's Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, of course, Facebook, and my old buddy Jay Brony, and right here on Chaos Corner on the YouTube channel. What I want to talk about, fans, is what is happening, the latest breaking rumors, the good, the bad, and the ugly of what's coming up on night 8 as the tournament rolls on. Follow me, as I said, on all those different platforms. I can't implore you enough on what's going to happen. And once we get through this first minute or two monologue and we can jump off the other platforms and get right here to YouTube and Facebook, we're going to talk about the Green Room Tournament. It's night 8 already. Half the field has already gone on to round number 2. There's still plenty of big guests that have not come into the Green Room yet. And let me throw out what we're talking about. Antonio Banderas. We're talking about John Goodman. We're talking about Will Dafoe. We're talking about George Wendt. Let's talk about the people who have been in the green room already. Todd Bridges, Stephen Tobolowsky, Andrew Casase, Michael Winslow, Sally Kirkland, Mark Henry, Ken Patera. The list goes on and on. Over 240 guests have been in the green room. So stay tuned. Don't you dare miss it. We're going over to YouTube and Facebook. All right, fans, welcome back. Let me lower the noise. We're having way too much fun down here in Chaos Corner. I want to get on to a little something more serious here. I'm still recovering from night 5 and the near cataclysmic and catastrophic events that took place in the third matchup that was tied 1-1 between myself and Pinocchio Joe. Even though on all 3 of those matchups, the fans, yes, you the fans, have voted me as I should have been the winner already. Now, I don't know what happened or how anybody got down to the bunker or how anybody got on to the Ponderosa here at Chaos Quarters. But I do know that we both nearly lost our lives because of the competition in the green room. So I'll be back for my history-making 4th matchup against Pinocchio Joe. I'm still recovering. I have the cane right here. I'm facing MRIs, possible surgeries. I'm still recovering from the near roofing, I'll call it. But nothing is going to hold me back or hold me down. You'll have to drag me and my carcass out across the street, into the fields, into that graveyard that you were talking about, Pinocchio Joe, because I don't care what kind of shape I'm in. I don't care what happens. I don't care when we're scheduled to be on the green room again. I'll be ready. I'll be there. And I'm going to snatch the jaws of victory from you. And I will move on to round 2. But we're not here to talk about that. I want to concentrate on night 8. I want to concentrate on what's coming up. The big announcements. There's been a lot of things going on in the WWAB and a lot of things going on in the green room. So let's get on to night 8, round 1, and what's going to happen at the green room, or at least what I think is going to happen, and the rumors and everything that's been out there. First off, I'm going to call night 8, like in previous nights, we've had certain mystery nights where Avi has dropped bombs on the green room and the WWAB universe with special guests from TV and film and movies and music and entertainment and sports and pro wrestling. That's what you've gotten here. He's pulled one trick out of the hat after another, as I've been saying in these review and preview shows. So this Saturday night, to be interactive as the chat room is and to make you guys a part of this green room, you're not going to believe what he's going to come up with. I'm hearing it's a big star from TV and film and movies. So we'll see who the mystery guests are going to be in. Because you know that when Avi does interviews, I don't even like to call them interviews. It's more like a conversation. Like you're sitting down in a pub or a restaurant, chatting over brunch or something, just hanging out. It's like a conversation with Avi. I don't like to call it an interview. If you've gone back and listened to some of the conversations with John Amos and Michael Winslow and Todd Bridges and the different folks that Avi has brought on, Michael William Winters, there's Sally Kirkland, the different interviews, Robert Picard and Stephen Zickery, the different interviews and the way that Avi cuts it down, that's what makes it sound like a conversation. They throw in, of course, the unbelievable conversation that he had with top 50 Hall of Famer, all-time legend, Rick Barry. That right there was an unbelievable night, and maybe we'll flash back to night 7 and get everybody current, but this is what I want to talk about. This is what you get in the green room, and this is what you would get if I was your host. Okay? I plan on moving on, but I never know what Klein's going to come up with. I'm putting all that aside. I'm still in recovery. Listen, I haven't been on the green room, about a month? But it doesn't matter because I'm coming back bigger and stronger and leaner than ever. Let's get on to night 8. That's what I said, and I just referred to. The interviews and who Avi's going to have and who he's going to come up with. You never know. And I said in the opening monologue, all the different stars from different, it's not just pro wrestling. That's why it's the WWAB. It's wrestling with anything but. But the folks that Avi has had on from, again, TV, film, theater, the whole 9 yards has been amazing in sports. And there's still announcements and twists and turns to come. Like I said in the beginning, we've talked about George Wendt. We've talked about John Goodman, Antonio Banderas, Will Dafoe, and several other names. One, a pugilist, I believe. I don't know what he's going to come up with or what's going to happen, but it certainly has been an unbelievable ride. So that's the big announcements that's coming up for night 8. So you're going to want to tune in for that alone. Let's get on to the lineup card. And as always, I have to say this, card subject to change. You never know what could happen in the green room. So keep that in mind. And this is in no particular order. I do want to make this announcement first here before we get on to a night 8. There will be a debut segment that Avi has come up with, and it's called the Winner's Circle. Now, it's self-explanatory. The Winner's Circle will be a segment where one, David Hatz Holiday, who just came off defeating in an unbelievable grudge match against his longtime friend, Jamie Sparling. David has moved on to round 2, so the favoritism and clearly how Avi feels about David Holiday, one of the Green Room originals. I'm not saying it's not deserved. I'm not saying he shouldn't be the guy. Listen, Howard and David got screwed by Pete from Sharpie and the whole Great Reset. They almost had it in the bag to be the Green Room host. And then on May 8th, as you all well know, the legendary date of May 8th, that's when this tournament started. And now we're here, in July 10th, this Saturday night? And this is just the beginning. It's going to be a long, hot summer and an entertaining one of the Green Room tournament. As I've always said, you want to know what it's all about? It's a competition. It's like American Idol, but yet in the Green Room. Everybody competing for the same thing. It's a cross between the old Saturday Night Live, the primetime players, and I know it's a big compliment, a cross between that and One Life to Live, or Days of Our Lives, or SCTV back in the day, and GH. That's what you're getting here. We're telling a story. Unbelievable psychology, emotional investment, bringing people back. That's what you want, and that's what you get at Avi Klein's The Green Room and all the different performers. Look at the different, before we get on to the Winner's Circle and its debut, look at all of the different people that are involved in the Green Room tournament. It's your regular guy, it's fans, it's never was and wannabes and hopefuls and aspirings and legends and people that have already been established that don't even need us, doing it for fun, doing it for a living, whatever. Look at the mix. And I've said it earlier, over 200 and something different people have been in the Green Room, and we're only in round 1. Think about that. Let that marinate and sink in. You like the Six Figures, a little throwback? You can get it for $1.99 on Amazon, okay? But yeah, I was in the movie. If I don't talk about me, who else is going to talk about? It's not about me. I get it. A little tribute to Six Figures and Murphy's Bouncer. He was a big guy. Let's get back onto what we were talking about and the different things and what's going to happen and how many different people have been here on the winners here in the green room. And that leads me to the Freudian slip of the new segment with David Holliday, the Winner's Circle. Now, David, to be the one, again, I said it, he deserves it. We don't know where it's going to be set up on night 8, but it's called the Winner's Circle. Hats Holliday will be the MC, the host, if you will. Now, who will be, I want to ask you, the fans out there, who's going to be, even fellow competitors, chime in, comment, share this, post it, do whatever you want to do with it. But watch, because I know you are anyway. Who's going to be in the Winner's Circle as on the debut episode? Who's it going to be with David Holliday? There's a lot of people that have moved on to the second round already. Just about half the bracket to move on to the second round has been filled. We're down to the nitty gritty here. That's why I'm such a crackpot lately. You understand that, right? The opportunity of a lifetime. I'll just throw out some of the names. Now, I'm not going to name off everyone. I mean, who is David going to have? Can't be himself. He's already the winner, right? Winner's Circle. Will it be Mark Henry, the legendary strongman who has moved on to the second round? Maybe it'll be the legend from TV and film and movies, John Amos. Maybe it'll be Olympic strongman Ken Patera. I don't know. Maybe it'll be of Groundhog Day fame in over 250 movies, Stephen Tobolowsky. I don't know. Maybe it'll be that blockhead Rock Richards who doesn't even belong in the second round because he never beat anybody. But man, is he arrogant. It could be award-winning actress Dear Sally Kirkland. Hey, it could be, and this is a sore spot, it could be Rich Masadi, who just ended up eliminating Duke the Dumpster Drosy. So I don't know, maybe it's Rich. It could be one Steve Lee, who was the first competitor in the green room that moved on to the first round way back when in night 1 when Steve Lee took out Pretty Paul Roma. And probably still the shocking upset of this tournament thus far, especially in round 1. I mean, and there's many other people that have moved on to the second round that I could talk about that may be David's guests, but I don't know. So I want you fans to guess who the guest is. Guess who the guest is. Guess who the guest is in the debut segment of the Winner's Circle with David Holliday. That's what you're going to get on night 8. Let's go to one of the matchups. This reminds me, and I've said it and I repeated it, I'm going to say it again. This goes back to the days of the old feuds between Baby Doll and Precious and Missy Hyatt, or Beulah and Francine from ECW, Kimona Wanalea, Missy Hyatt, whatever you want to talk about. All the different folks, and these two ladies, they're out for blood. It's the Queen of Serene, Miranda, against the Queen of Mean, Maria. Now let's remember, let's flash back, throw back, way back, whatever you want to do. This series is 1-1 in the best of 3. Where's Johnny? You've seen the vignettes, you've seen the film, you've seen the footage. Miranda's off, or whether it's in Bermuda on the beach, right? And where's Johnny? Whether she's throwing a note in the bottle out into the Pacific Ocean. I don't know. She's running along looking for Johnny because allegedly Maria has done something to Johnny. Now, we know Maria's background. She talks a good game. She's got the look, the confidence. But that could be covering up her weaknesses. And if she was on here and that cocky, swinging her head like a chicken and the whole 9 yards, oh no, I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. And you don't know. A little too cocky and arrogant, and that's when you get snatched from the backside and we pull off the hoop ride. You understand what I'm saying, Maria? That's what could happen. You need to focus and stop being arrogant. There's nothing more dangerous than a person with their back against a wall, and that's Miranda. Now, I don't really care which one of yous win, because somewhere down the road, if I survive my matchup with my arch nemesis, Pinocchio Joe, I may have to face one of these two ladies. So I'm always scouting. Jay Brony is there 7 days a week. He's always scouting and gets back my reports. So don't think that I'm not watching you. So it's 1-1, fans. Who do you think is going to win this matchup? Maria's been involved in a lot of chicanery. Hey, listen, there's somebody else in this tournament that's going to be on the same night, in night 8, that's actually had the upper hand on Maria in the past. So you better be careful, young lady. Both these women are in a fight of their lives. That's what you get on night 8. Maria Miranda, the queen of serene, the queen of mean. And remember, this is it. Whoever moves on to the second round. The other one, finito. Arrivederci. Bon voyage. You get it, right? Let's go on to another matchup. We saw them in night 7. And that would be Just Sammy against Preston Present, who I gotta say, I don't know if he was speaking Swahili. That was who knows. I don't know if he looks familiar or not. I know there was an odor that even emanated through all the cameras and everything when Preston Present was on. I do know that he's kind of disrespectful, a little sexist, maybe a little arrogant, a little narcissistic. Yeah, kind of. And Sammy Green, he's got a lot of sass. She's almost like a natural in front of this. She's up 1-0 against Preston. So I don't think she can be frazzled. She has proven her weight in not only on the WWAB, but she's been on the network before. She has proven her own weight. Preston Present looks like this is just a game to him. I don't think he cares about moving on to round 2. So I'm going to give the edge. Listen, Sammy's up 1-0 now. I will give the edge to Sammy to complete the victory and sweep Preston Present because I don't think Present gives a damn. I think he's trying to get a date. I think he thinks he's on Bumble or Tinder or swipe up, down, left, right. I don't know. But I don't like Present's chances. But he's an interesting character, Preston Present, isn't he? I find him to be interesting. I don't know what his story is. That's what you have on night 8. That ought to be interesting just for... You don't know what Preston Present's going to say. And again, I'll say that to say this. Sammy's got a chance as a sleeper in one of these, in this tournament, and definitely to get to the second round. That's just what I see. We also have a matchup. Again, how is this guy even in the tournament? The enigmatic geek, freak, dweeb, whatever you want to call this guy, and I don't care if you're offended. Hauser Odolak. We've seen him. He's been lurking around the green room in the WWAB basically since its inception. There's something going on with Hauser Odolak. Hauser Odolak. We don't know who he's going to face. We've seen him in competition before. How he has still survived and been here, I don't know. I've said it already. Let me wrap the chain around my head and everything, because that's how I feel when I see guys like Hauser Odolak or the Music Man or DJ Hooja, throwing other clowns like Judge Pompous Maximus. The other clown that's competing on night 8, Preston Present. There's a lot of similarities. So we don't know who he's going to face in his matchup on night 8, but that's going to transition to the next matchup. And that would be, we're going to go from Hauser Odolak to Howard Collado, who's up 1-0 in his match against R.G. James. Right guard James, I call him R.G. because he's back. He's back as a judge. He's back as a competitor. Even though he got his ass whooped in the first round, he's back. James is back. He went up against the Green Room original, Howard Collado. Howard's been mixed up and embroiled in a lot of different things, whether it was with the Sarge or Buff Bagwell or who knows, the Music Man, Hauser Odolak. I don't know. I'm just saying it's speculation, rumor, innuendo. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly here on Chaos Corner. I'm just saying. I choose to lower my voice. Let me back up there. So Howard's up 1-0 against right guard James. Now, James was traveling all over the place. We know his history about being a former national sponsor. We know his history about Pete from Sharpie and how long James from right guard and Avi go back 20-something years original. I say this all the time. I don't know if anyone's paying attention. So Howard's up 1-0. Will Howard sweep James? Like on night 7, Howard swept James in the competition 2-0. He's up 1-0 now. Will James be eliminated? Or can he hold on? I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll be brought back again because he was saved by Pete. So let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting matchup. It's one of the originals. And he's a talented guy. And he deserves it. He got screwed. I've said it. many, many times. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen between RG and Howard Collado, one of the originals on the Green Room. That's what you have on night 8. We also have, we ran down Miranda Maria. You know the cat fight that's going to be. The fans come out for that one. We just got finished talking about the original Howard Collado and RG James, former national sponsor. That's interesting. An original against the original sponsor. There's a lot of twists in that matchup between Howard and James. And we just got finished talking about the pervert, the goon, whatever you want to call him, Preston Present. And it's it's just Sammy. We talked about Hauser Odolak and what's going on there and maybe who will be his competitor, his contestant. It's another mystery night. We talked about Avi's big interviews, big announcements that are going to be on night 8. That turn into competitors, fans. It's going to be a huge announcement. You're not going to want to miss night 8. You know that Avi always hits a home run with these special mystery nights and mystery guests. We talked about David Holliday debuting the winner's circle and the potential guests that could be on there. It's going to be an unbelievable night 8, round 1 as the tournament rolls on. So I want to thank you fans for being here. We're going to keep this short. We're only 20 minutes in. I want to keep this at about a half an hour to make sure that it gets out there. And fans, you know what's been going on with the WWAB, and you know what's been going on, and we're going to touch on that and flashback. And I've said it on the last interview on a couple of different things. And just a quick moment of silence again because it's hit home and it's hit hard. And it's hit the WWAB family very hard. And the Green Room and all the contestants and you, the fans, and the outpouring of love to a man that meant so many to so many people and meant so much. And just a moment of silence again because I feel like I have to and I want to. For former co-host with Avi Klein and had his own podcast, Unmasking the Truth, every Sunday night at 8 p.m. And I just want to give another moment of silence for one patriot, Del Wilkes, who meant a lot to all of us. Whether you knew him, you didn't know him, whether you broke bread with him or just talked to him on the phone or via text, he was that incredible of a man, salt of the earth human being. So just a moment of silence, please, for Del Wilkes, the patriot. Rest in peace, brother. All right, fans, thanks for being here. And quickly back to night 7, which was a couple of weeks ago, and different things that happened. And I just talked about the passing of Del. So we know that on night 7, it was Pastor Andy McDaniel and the Patriot Del Wilkes, Wrestling with Faith. The podcast will still go on in memory of Del on Sunday nights. And I know that Pastor Andy McDaniel and Avi Klein will be a huge part of it. And, of course, David Holliday. The whole South Carolina connection there. So just my heart and prayers and thoughts out to Avi, Pastor Andy McDaniel especially, and of course David Holliday and the family and friends of Del Wilkes. I just want to put it out there, fans. You see, I'm a little humbled and caught off guard by it, but I have to relay the information. So that was a part of night 7. And the other twists and turns, we do know that Tugboat Typhoon, the Shockmaster, versus Adam Bomb, a.k.a. Wrath, Brian Clark, both men have moved on to the second round in an unbelievable event. It really was incredible. We talk about people that could be in the winner's circle. We talk about people that have moved on to the second round. 2 legends. The irresistible force meets the immovable object from night 7. That was the decision made by Pete. And Pete said it was binding. Avi made that decision. He read the last comment as we flash back. Pete said it's binding, and both Tugboat and Typhoon have moved on to the second round, so they could be in the winner's circle with David Holliday. And, of course, the Jersey boys that are feuding, and it's tied 1-1 now, and that's Bill DeMott and his old buddy from the Jersey Shore, Crowbar. That's tied 1-1. That was on night 7. So just different things that I want to bring to you, fans, and bring us up to speed here before we head into night 8. Unbelievable matchup with Bill DeMott and Crowbar. Also, from night 7, we know that David Holliday, and this is how it all came about, eliminated a longtime friend, Jamie Sparling, has moved on to the second round. A lot of things going on there, a lot of favoritism. We also know that Sammy made her debut. And again, the weird constant interruption and what happened with Preston Present. I don't know where that's going to go. I don't like what's going to happen there. We also talked about different things, and we covered back on night 7, Howard against James. We talked about it earlier here. James is back, but Howard's up now. This is a 2 out of 3. And again, Howard kicked James' ass that night. So let's see what James is going to do. I like James, but I just don't know if he could hold water against Howard Collado. Those are the different things. And we, of course, we know that the Music Man, again, there's something going on here of the different people that I've mentioned. I hope you guys are paying attention. Pay attention. We also know that Mindy McKinney-Red is going up against the Music Man. Mindy, I think you should do some research and direct it towards Hauser Odolak, the DJ, if you can go back into the archives. Maybe even Howard Collado knows something about this. I don't know. But you know my background. Read the resume of what I've done, and my boy Jay Brony's on the case. I'm always looking around. Mindy McKinney-Red, turn over that rock of the things I just mentioned. That might help you out, break away from the Music Man. That's what happened on night 7. So that's what we have to look forward to. Mindy will going up against the danger of the Music Man and a guy who has cast a spell all through this tournament. The different things, remember that series is tied 1-1, so you're going to see it again. Different things that we wanted to talk about. Those are the different news and notes, and we do know. And again, this man could end up in, and I said it on the review show of Night 7 that's out there on the channel, on the network, on the tube. Please go back and look at all the reviews and previews of the WWAB and the Green Room tournament. You will be caught up to speed. The big upset, another one of the upsets in the tournament, is one Rich Masadi beating Duke the Dumpster Droese. That is another person, as I said, that was the main event of Night 7. Who will be the main event of Night 8? That's why you're going to want to stay tuned. Yes. I'm okay, Jay. I have the ice packs. I took the medication. I'm okay. I sometimes can't escape this guy, Jay Brony. I love him. He's just like a brother. So those are the different news and notes and things that are happening. I want you to tune in Saturday night, fans. This is the hottest, fastest growing movement in the entertainment industry. Yes, I have the halls. Could you stop? I'm out of here. My apologies, guys. It's not shtick. I got to stop this guy sometimes. It's the fastest, hottest growing movement, rising movement in the country, in entertainment. You're not going to get anything else like this. Yeah, there's a lot of different people out there doing podcasts and shows. This is different. The WWAB, Wrestling with Anything But. The network, 7 days a week, live. An hour and a half to 2 hours a day. Sometimes more. 1.5 million viewers on average for every show. Coming up on 40 million viewers. A year anniversary of the WWAB. It's only been on 1 year. Let's run through the lineup. And there's more big news to come. I can't let the cat out of the bag. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's the World's Strongest Podcast with Ken Patera and Avi Klein. Every Tuesday, it's the Double Dip, but this could change. It's Breaking the Ice with Ray Lloyd, Glacier Ray Lloyd, and Avi Klein. The second part of the Double Dip, Face Value with Bill DeMott for the Carrie Ann DeMott Foundation and Avi Klein. Wednesdays, Maintaining the Truth with Pretty Paul Roma and Avi Klein. Thursdays, a huge announcement. We could be getting stronger by the moment. We could be all elite. Thursday's a big announcement coming up. Fridays, Road to Recovery with Duke the Dumpster Droese and Avi Klein. Sundays, Unmasking the Truth will forge on and roll on in memory of the Patriot Del Wilkes, and that'll be Avi Klein, David Holliday, and Pastor Andy McDaniel. And of course, Saturday, every Saturday night live, it's the Green Room and the Green Room Tournament to determine who will be the host. That's what you get 7 days a week. And there's more to be announced and to be determined. Yes, I fumbled, I rumbled, I stumbled, but that's what you get here when you're live. And remember what Bully Ray from Busted Open Radio and the two-time Hall of Famer has said to the Guardian of Chaos at least a couple of times over 20 years ago. Give the Guardian of Chaos 7 spots and he'll screw up 6 of them. I consider that a compliment coming from a Hall of Famer. So, fans, that's what I wanted to bring you. We're going to keep it short. We're just about at 30 minutes. I appreciate it. Comment. Share this. Repost it. Say something. Everyone out there, tune into the Green Room. You're not going to want to miss it. I'll say that to say this. This is Chaos Corner. Previewing Night 8, Round 1, this Saturday night, live. Don't you dare miss it.